Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So, as you know, I've been taking a break from making videos because I'm working on my website, but I'm not going to completely stop making videos. And while I was doing it, I had an idea for a video, quick video. I was working on the cruet section on my website and I was working with mustard pots, and I realised that some of them are silver. They have hallmarks like this. So this one is from 1828, and it has what's known as pillar cutting. Can you see this here? So this is actually rounded cuts that have been polished out, and they give you kind of like a little, I don't know what you call that, sparkly effect, I don't know. Anyway, so this type of, the books tell me that this type of cutting was only in effect during the 1820s, very short-lived. It probably went on for a bit afterwards, I suspect, but apparently it was expensive to do, so it wasn't very long-lived. But because I don't have any catalogue references for that at all, and for a lot of things here that from that early 19th century period, I don't have any proper catalogue references even in the books. So I thought I would show you this and then show you how this can be used to date other things by correlating across things with this cutting, with other cuttings, etc., etc. So I will get on and show you some glass now. So first we'll take a better look at the little mustard pot. See, there's the sort of like shimmery effect that you get from pillar cutting. The top is kind of gadrooned to match pillar cutting. Completely, it's got a polished pontal, and that's been cut smooth, but you can see it's got a massive wear. So this is from 1828, so this is closing on 200 years old. There's the hallmark, that's Sheffield, 1828. So there you go, that is pillar cutting. So I stick that back there out of the way, drag something in. Got a little spirit bottle here. So clearly this would be fitting in the same period because it has the same pillar cutting, flat cut base, polished pontal. Yeah, but also what's interesting, a little bit of step cutting, so that's within period, annulated rings, and then you've got actually like the gadrooning on the top of this. You've got this kind of pillar cutting going around the lid. So yeah, so you got, yeah, step cutting, annulated rings. This are in the same period with this pillar cutting. Dragging in, I'm going to get subsequently bigger and bigger things. I'll hold these down from the shed, so there's a bit of dust, excuse me. So I have this one. This has got quite wide pillars, can you see, but it still has the same shimmery effect. The pillars go under the base, and then you've got this cushion that's been cut here, and then step cutting, and then you've got one of these Sicily type stoppers that has similar pillar cutting in it to go with the body of the decanter. Actually, I'm going to put this over here because bigger things are yet to come. Drag this off the shelf. So this is an Irish decanter. I bought it from Ireland. It's not completely pillar cut. It's got like two pillars and a flat, two pillars and a flat. But yeah, this has similar type of step cutting to the on the shoulder here, and then it hasn't got annulated net rings like this one here. It's got faceted net rings with cutting in between them. And then yeah, this is I bought this from Ireland. I think, where did it come from? I think it came from Enniskillen. So yeah, it has a Shamrock stopper. Yeah, so, and then intensely cut base, which is a very kind of Irish feature. I'll move that over there because the next one is big as well. We'll grab that down. Yeah, we're going back to Ireland again. This is see, that makes it very Irish, doesn't it? So I think this belongs to the second Prince of Wales Fusiliers, and then you've got the same shimmery pillar cutting, standard neck rings, but with cutting in between them, just like that one over there. And the pillar cutting goes around the stopper and onto the top, and also underneath, like it does on this decanter over here. So yeah, so that's a military one, and yeah, that's Irish too. But this one is from Sheffield, so you know that it's not just a regional thing. If these two are Irish, that one's from Sheffield, made in other places. I have one more here. Actually, I've got another one there. Yeah, I'm just pulling things off the shelf now. So this is one of my favourite decanters, where the pinning cutting is. You see how, look at that fantastic shimmer effect, and on the stopper. Yeah, so, and then it's got the same cushion cutting. This is very heavy, this one, around the neck. This one has just one layer. This one's got 4 panel cut stopper, and then under the base as well. So, yeah, so that's that one. That's one of my favourites. Look at that. And there's another one behind it. Let me grab that one out as well. Yeah, I'm going a bit crazy here. So here's another one. I can't get it far enough away, but you've got pillar cutting. Let me move that around the way. I will eventually do something about them, do a film on the labels, but anyway, you've got the same shimmer effect, pillar cutting, panels on the shoulder, a bit like this one, a bit like this one, and this one. So yeah, that's a common feature. All of them have got these little short panels on the shoulder. This one, that one, and this one. This one has completely step cut neck, intensely cut base. Doesn't know if that means it's Irish or not, but then you got the same kind of stopper as the one over here, the smaller one on the right here. Yeah, which puts these kind of stoppers into the 1820s. Originally, I always thought they were later kind of stopper, later than the blown cartwheel top stoppers, but clearly they started before those. Anyway, that's that one. So yeah, so you've got all these features that go with the pillar cutting that we know from the 1820s. We've got panels on the shoulders, step cutting, faceted rings, cushion cutting, annulated rings, yeah, plain rings. So yeah, it's shows you how you can look at different aspects and you go, yeah, this was going in the 1820s, but then all these other features were also running at the same time, and there seems to be a common thing between them with the half panel shoulders. Yeah, so if you're a geek like me, love your crusty old glass, this is a really nice example. The other ones I'll show you will be a bit shorter. So here I am with another little mustard pot, little urn finial on the top. It too has a claw mark there. This is 1804. Now this kind of shallow diamond cutting I really associate with being pre-steam powered. So you're really talking either late 1700s or early 1800s. It might even be even earlier than late 1800s. I'm not sure exactly, but anyway, normally I would think this would be a early 19th century. So 1804 looks spot on for this. And then I'll pull in a couple of decanters. A bit dusty there, we get a bit of dust off. Here's one, here's a little, it's actually a spirit bottle. Let's see if I can get this right, here we go. There we go, so it's an oval shaped one. Usually I have other oval shaped ones with different cutting, and I usually associate those with being early 19th century as well. And you can see this has got shell diamonds with panels underneath, and this too has shell diamonds with panels underneath. It's got a softly cut. This cutting on here is really quite soft and makes me think, yeah, it's not steam powered. And then look at the stopper, it also has kind of softly embedded diamonds in it. Yeah, that's quite nice. And you can see they've polished the base, but it's still got a bit of broken pontle in the bottom of it. Yeah, and you can see the wear on the bit where it sits on the table. Well, in this case, it would have sat on a silver stand or metal stand of some kind. And then I've got another one here. Yeah, so this is a little barrel-shaped one. Again, this is one that I would date to the early 1800s. This one has got the diamonds as well, just the same. The panels has then got another row of diamonds with a bit more paneling underneath. And the stopper is actually cut in the same way with the shallow diamonds, with actually panels underneath and over the top. So yeah, so this is 1804. I would normally date something like this, 1800 to 1810. I would also date these the same period, and the hallmark on here goes nicely with the dates that I would put on these. So yeah, another. It's nice when it looks like there's a plan and it all goes together. Here's another one. This is just a little shaker bottle. It would have had pepper in it or some sort of cayenne pepper, maybe something like that. Anyway, this is one of the biggest set that I have. So this one breaks the rules really. So this is Irish, and it's dated 1846. And looking at it, I'd have said it was earlier. I'd have said like 1830s or something like that. This is coming towards the end of Irish glass, so it's probably Waterford, because I think at that point they may have been the only manufacturer making fine glass in Ireland. One of the nice things, it's got these blazes, which you see on a lot of Irish glass, and it's got this diaper cut that you see on a lot of Irish glass. I'm not going to be pulling much out, I'm just going to pull this one out. So I have to go further away to get it in. I'm going to tip it up. There we go. So I would have dated this a bit earlier. I would have said 1830s, but clearly this diaper cut was still being done in 1846, and it's got annulated neck rings. So I think this might be earlier, but on the other hand, this says, this style of cutting says it might be later. What I don't have is I don't have anything that dates this kind of cutting. You've also got some step cutting, which did appear in the 1820s decanters. So this type of cutting carried on going. It's also got a lovely stopper that matches the body. See? So yeah. Anyway, so sometimes it throws your what's the word I'm looking for? Your preconceived notions of dates off when you actually see the reality. Yeah, because that is a date that was put on when it was made. It's as good as any other source material, especially if it was one, yeah, with this date on, then then you might say, oh, well, someone might just put that top on there as a replacement. But I think I've got 3 with these silver tops, at least 2 anyway. So yeah, that is the date. And yeah, with the neck rings and everything, which would appear to be out of fashion really, but they were still making them in Ireland, and it might be why, if they were doing what would appear to be unfashionable glass in 1846, it might be why they weren't around after 1850. But anyway, that's all conjecture on my part. So there you go. First of all, I think I used the word conjecture, which means I'm guessing, okay? Yeah, so sometimes the harsh reality of what's actually printed on things goes along with your preconceived ideas or whatever, you know, and then sometimes you hit the harsh reality of, ooh, this seems out of date, but that is the real date, regardless of what any books have told me or what anything is happening. Now, it doesn't mean it's an end date or a start date. It is a date somewhere in there, in the time period it was made. I suppose what you could do is you could systematically search for cruet bottles, etc., and amass a database and use that to date stuff to see when things came in and out of fashion. It only tells you when it went in and out of fashion for cruet bottles, though. Decanters may have been ahead or lagging behind. You don't know. But anyway, it is something you can do if you're a real super nerd. It's giving me my own bad thoughts of something that I would do when I worked in IT. It was the kind of crap I would do. Whether I'll do it now or not, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, with that said, I didn't use any references. I think I did use... I'll give you the link for the Silver Hallmarks website, because I do use that when I've been trying to figure things out. And yeah, so with that said, please remember to like and subscribe. I'm still working on my website. I've still got a lot more to do on it, but I will do the odd video in between. I don't know how much longer I'm going to spend. At some point I'll just have to cut and run and say I'm stopping now, and that's it, and I'll get back to making videos again. But yeah, so please remember to like and subscribe. I will be making more videos. Thank you for watching. Good night.